So, um, thank you once again for joining. I think the rest will join us as we continue. But first of all, let me introduce the team and who we are. So this is Ndovu Cloud. We thought of organizing this webinar and just to help sensitize businesses on AI. I think AI is here, and I'm not sure we've seen such a powerful technology like in the last, I mean, internet became very powerful, but I don't think really it took over it was impactful in such a quick way. And I think we've seen, from where we sit, we've seen a lot of businesses and even professionals struggling on how to just get started and how do you drive value using AI, and how do you now adopt new, processes, workflows in a way that it's meaningful, it's impactful, and drives value. I think the promise of AI is really big, and I don't think we can afford to really not just jump on the train. But anyway, we are Ndovu Cloud. We specialize in helping businesses market online, position themselves online with clarity and in an optimal way, in the sense that they're able to, achieve their goals. We have Duncan. Duncan, I think you can just say hi and do a quick intro.
Thank you, Joseph. Let me start by welcoming everyone to the session. My name is Duncan Daniel. I'm a co-founder of Cloud. I'm also the CTO. As Joseph has introduced, has mentioned it, that we looking forward to just showcase or sensitize the Kenyan community about the capabilities of AI in different business use cases. And I'm looking forward to an engaging session tonight. Yeah, so good to see you all
around. Lawrence, quick intro.
Hi everyone.
You have echo.
So hi everyone.
Come back to it. Let's fix that fast. But let me just do intro. Let me introduce Lawrence. Lawrence is one of our marketing managers. He's a graphic designer, social media manager, and he is a jack of many trades. So yeah. Anyway, thank you for seeing you all. I'll quickly go through the outline of the webinar and what we have packed. So as you can see on the screen, so I'll quickly overview what to expect during this short session. We have like an hour. So AI is here, as I said. So how do we make the most out of AI to run our businesses efficiently and grow them? So today's agenda, we look at the landscape of AI. We have 4 use cases we have prepared that we'll go through, and then a simple blueprint on how you could roll out AI in your business, or even if you're in a professional role, how do you adopt it, and then eventually you can roll it out in whichever organization you work in. But on top of that, we are also building AI capabilities, applications that we feel like, because we've been in the market for quite some time now, and we feel like our local problems don't get solved in a local way. So there are certain use cases that we feel we can solve very well, rather than just expect an American company to just give us another solution. So we're building Dovesha. We'll showcase that briefly, what we are doing around that. And then we'll have a Q&A session, and we will wrap it up there. So why AI matters now? I think this goes without saying. I saw some statistics recently that were released that Kenya actually leads in ChatGPT usage. We are leading at around 40 something percent. So, I mean, Kenyans, we are really proactive in adopting new paradigms. And I think that's impressive. And how does that impact our productivity in our workflows, especially in marketing our businesses? If there's one area we've seen local businesses struggle is distribution. How does this impact how you do your social media, how you do your content, how you do your customer relationship management, the CRM workflows and all that, outreach, customer support and those kinds of stuff? So SMEs, 68% of Kenyan SMEs actually struggle with adopting technology in general, not just AI, even, we've had SaaS, we've had all these cloud. Our SMEs really struggle with that. So how can we really improve around that and just push that number higher? So we will have Duncan take us through the use case number one, which is chatbots and virtual assistants. He will demo Tidio, which we've used within our business and for clients that we've worked with. We'll also have how do you do automated lead generation and outreach. As we said, we want to use AI to grow our businesses, our sales processes, outreach, and in our marketing, which is content and campaigns. CRM workflows and email automation as a case study. We want to focus around the marketing functionalities. And then in content, how do we use AI to do content in a way that it's, we can spend less time there. We can do it affordably and all that. So Lawrence will take us through that. And then we will go through, a 3-step adoption blueprint. We will discuss that more in depth. I think that one we can tie with also the Q&A. Then some of the success stories that we've worked with. We've had Makakins is a solar consultant. We have Labago, that's a tech business and consultancy. We have Advatech, it's tech business and also, but within offering different services, very diverse. We have Springboard Capital, that's a financial institution. We have other in consumer goods, manufacturing, macadamia processing. We have quite a number of businesses we've worked with. So okay, somebody's talking. Okay, and then we will demo Dovesha, which is an automation tool which can automate your social media, content generation, all in one, and it just automate your workflow. Yeah, and then we'll have a Q&A session. So I will welcome Duncan to take us through the first 3 use cases. So Duncan, over to you. In the meantime, you can be typing your questions on the chat as we go so that it's easier just to pick them up once we reach them.
All right. Thank you, Joseph, for the introduction. I think I'll just jump straight into the walkthrough for the use cases.
Dan, you can raise your voice a little bit.
I'll start with the chatbot use case. So I think the intro was enough mentioning that we are using Studio. It's a third-party tool, but a very powerful tool which allows you to implement, of course, AI chatbots, which could be, of course, be termed as virtual assistants, and also it allows you to also generate leads automatically, and also do the nurturing process, that is automated email sequences. So the use case I'll be demo definitely will ties to websites majorly, but of course it can be extended to further serve other social media channels, such as Meta, which covers WhatsApp, Facebook and Instagram, and also all the way to even integrating. So I'll start with the virtual assistant, the chatbot, so to say. So let me share my screen. I'll be um, I'll be walking you through basically our. I mean, this is a clone of our website, but basically I'll just try to show you how TDO chatbot works. So if you can see the bottom left, bottom right of my screen, sorry, right, you'll be able to see um, kind of a message which has popped in there. Basically, if a visitor visits this website, they'll be able to get this information. And if they proceed to just maybe make an inquiry, that could be even something like hi, so just to get the intro starting, um, they'll be first prompted to enter their details. Of course, this is what you always want to do. Make sure that you capture the users, the visitors' details, so that in case of any breakage, you're able to follow them up later. So, so from here, I can just probably enter my name. This one is for those of picking my current details, which is okay. Then when they press enter, you see now the chatbot is activated. They're able to now start interacting with it. I mean, so see, this one is an AI agent which now starts interacting with the visitor. So, hello, how can I help you? Probably this visitor had a query on maybe something to do with let's say web design. So maybe how much is web design? So the AI bot will be able to respond instantly without the intervention of an. So you can see. So it's able to read through and respond to this visitor with the details which are available to also. So what happens is that you basically train this bot all information regarding your business, regarding your service, and then from there you allow it to be able to run all the queries in as much as it can, depending on the um, on the extent of the information which you have trained the bot using. So this one is able to run the visitor all through giving them the prompts to as much making it as easy as possible for them to be able to know what your business offers, and from there you're able to now pick it up, and also it guides the user even to be able to get to the nearest touch point for your business. So same case would apply if this was also like an e-commerce site, could be able to give the cart links to this particular visitor, and then they're able to just click and go all the way to checkout. Yeah, so uh, let's say for example, they've seen the details about the site, then they want to maybe like get the contact. So let's say they query about the contact, then the bot will get in there and yeah, yeah, be able to pull the link to the contact section, and then the user is able to now get in and reach out to your business. Yeah, so just a lot you can do with this, but basically it's all about how much information you can give this particular agent, this particular AI bot to be able to act on your behalf. So yeah, for for um for the bot, this more like it on the front side. But if you go back to the let me just briefly showcase what happens behind the scenes. Um, I'll switch my screen briefly so that you can be able to see the. Um, okay, I believe my screen is now visible in the studio. So if I go to the chatbot section here, you're able to see different sections. We have the hub, which now you basically feed the bot with knowledge using the data sources. So these ones can be anything to do with it can be a URL, it can be custom questions and answers. So depending on anything which covers your business, you're able to feed it now. It will be able to run your support system throughout, regardless of whether it's during the day or even at night. So that's how the chatbot works. I'll go back to the site, the demo site, and showcase um, the lead generation workflow. Yes, so let me go to the website again. Yes, let me pull the screen again.
Dan, make sure you're audible enough. For people struggling to
All right,
hear
all right,
you.
all right, all right.
Yeah, just make sure you raise your voice.
All right. Um, okay, so I hope now it's clear enough. So back to the site, back to the same demo site. So I'll navigate to a new page. I want also you to be keen on what will be happening on the right bottom of the screen when we navigate to the pricing page. Should be getting. Yeah, here we go. So you can see now without any activity, the bot is able to know that exploring the pricing package. Then ask me whether I want to grow my business. Then prompts me to if I want to get a free strategy guide on and a breakdown on that what just like a free it's like a freebie which you have said which you can share to any visitor or you see is interested in a certain product or service in your business. So if I go to continue, the bot already is asking me whether I am ready to get the free guide. So if I say yes, send to me, next I'll get prompted for my name. Just say Daniel. Then after that, the bot again request for my email address, definitely because it wants to send me the free strategy guide. There we go. Yeah, so the bot has guided me through all the way from getting uh, knowing that I'm exploring the packages, and now wants to send me a free guide to my inbox to be able to get me to the next level, and that is all about trying to make sure that I'm closer to the closing stage. So if I go to my email address, if I go to email address, I should find that particular strategy guide. Let me. I'm not sure whether you can. Are you able to see my Gmail inbox?
You can share it. We just confirmed that it did the magic.
Yeah. So. Yeah, so you can see that I've received three strategy guide in my inbox just after the bot saying that I was trying to explore the different packages for so yeah, so you can see. So already the bot has done all the work of discovering this particular lead from the page and taking him all the way to be able to get what you're calling like the first email. Yeah, so and then of course doesn't stop there. If I go back to the chatbot here, to the video panel, I'll also be able to see that I have a new lead. if I go to contacts, be able to see my listed lead here down here with all the details listed. Because you can customize the columns for different data user details. So it has done already picked the lead details and also send out like the free strategy guide, which is now led them to the next step as it should. Yeah, so for lead generation and also the sequencing of emails, more like that. I'll also go back to the email automation. Of course, it's more or less such as they go together with the lead generation, because once the lead has been added to your system, to the list, to the contacts, they are able to now start getting the nurturing sequence. But what happens basically, I just go to the flows here. And show you exactly what we're able to do with beyond now just sending out the first email. I'll go to the flows here. And, just try to briefly showcase. So what you are doing is like you are trying to set up a series of flows. And now in the flows, you define exactly what happens after certain activity, just triggers, so to say. And then now from there, you can add as many as possible, depending on the sequence, the campaign you want to send on different steps. So for example, after this particular lead got the strategy guide, what happens? Let me share my Gmail again. Should be able to let me share my Gmail again. So there was a follow-up after this particular lead getting the first email, just confirming whether they really received the strategy guide. So that one should also land without your manual intervention. So if you can see here, there is another email which asked me whether I've received my strategy guide. So so you're able to like schedule that. Configure that, and now the AI will be running all this behind the scenes for you. So basically, that's those are some of the ways you can really make use of these automations, of course, powered by AI. And TDO is a very very powerful tool, which we've experienced and also implemented around for some of our clients. Yeah. So I think for the automation bit and the virtual assistants and the lead generation, AI use case, I will pause there for now. And I think Lawrence, you can pick it up and check us through the other section on content creation.
All right, thank you, Duncan. So you've combined all the 3 use cases, right? Okay, perfect. Guys, if you have questions, just drop them in the chat. Lawrence, take us through design and the content stuff. I hope your mic is good now.
So, hi guys, confirm it's okay.
Okay, yeah, perfect.
So sorry for that. I'll just take you through the design bit on how you can just use AI on your, on your graphics, on your social media posts, and all that. So first, it's by no design, it's a bit technical for every business owner, because now you need a designer, you need to, to understand the tools that probably are being used in the design industry. And again, it spends a lot of time probably to learn the tools or even to design itself. You can know how to use the tool, But again, you're taking a lot of time probably to come up with a design. Basically, the traditional dilemma on the design bit, as far as design is concerned, first, it's very time consuming. Again, it's very expensive to pay for those tools and also to hire designers. Again, if you're doing it by yourself, then you need to learn on how to use the skills. So it's just a bit of chaotic. So the AI design revolution, I'll just break it down into three things: the AI tools themselves, then you can use an AI tool to generate an idea, then you can use another tool, another AI tool, to visualize the idea, and then just combining the two. And so I'll just pick an example of a creative I came up with, and which I used on AI tools. So what you can see here, it's all created by AI. We have the social media post that is there. We have the flyer or a poster. That's basically it's more of a social media post. Then we have a logo. All these generated by AI. So I'll just take you through how I came up with the post. So first I had the idea in my mind. I'll just use an example of this social media post I generated for a ride-hailing company. So I had this idea that what people, experience while riding in, let's say, Bolt, Uber, and all those ride-hailing companies. And now that social media, you're not selling to people directly. You're not telling people to download your app directly. You're not telling people to buy your products directly. You have to come up with ideas that are very creative, ideas that, things that people will just relate with without struggle. And this was my idea. So I just went to ChatGPT, I prompt my idea, and then I told it to give me very refined prompt that I can use, to generate the creative. Now, having in mind that probably I don't have any knowledge in using Adobe, using Canva, So I prompt my idea, then it gives me another prompt that I use, to generate the creative. And on the right side, you can see that's the creativity it generated. I just prompted the idea, so it came up with the design itself, and so I had just a few things, to fine tune. And now I just told it I don't have any idea on how to improve the creative. So again, it went ahead and generated for me how I'll do the visualization of the creative in Canva from now scratch. And you can see on the left side, the design tips in Canva. Just assume you don't know, how to navigate Canva, and it just told me step by step on how to go about it. So basically, the whole thing, the whole post, the whole social media post, from the idea to the creative to now the posting, I can basically now do it with AI. So, and what does all this mean for your business? First, you can run an ad anytime. Probably you wake up at midnight, you just had an idea, and you can visualize that idea quickly within 15 minutes. You're done, and your campaign is up and running. On brand content, because now, of course, when you're prompting, you have to tell the AI on your brand guidelines, and so of course it won't go off your brand guidelines, and then you know
chocolate one, not for human consumption.
sorry.
Proceed, just proceed.
Okay. Yeah, and then probably you don't need, a lot of people in your office for, or in your business to handle different things. You can have salesperson who is also a designer, they can use AI. And again, you scale creative output without hiring. It's more tied to that point. So basically, that's it. And this is just how to get started with these tools. I just picked two. So they are free signups for, let's say, ChatGPT and even Canva. You can start with the free plans. Then again, you have to learn basic prompts. Again, ChatGPT will help you with that, or even YouTube. Planning on how to prompt for it to generate very good designs for you. And now practicing simple designs probably in Canva, and and all that. Again, guys, we have a community. We're growing on WhatsApp. I think I'll just share the link on the chat, because if you're interested, we'll be sharing some of the things there, the basic prompts. I personally will be sharing them in the group, so I'll just paste the link on the chat. And probably after this, you can just try to come up with a simple post it, um, then start selling the day after. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Lawrence. That was very well done, presented. Duncan, I think for today you're like the main man here. I think you have some more presentation to do. Maybe just one request. I think make sure you raise your voice. I know generally Dan normally doesn't have loud voice, so bear with us. That's how it talks. But I hope it's audible enough for you to get by. Yeah. So yeah, Dan, take us through, just do a sneak peek of what we're building. And I mean, we just want to partner, not really like partner. We just want to make sure we have people we just know what we are building, like building publicly. And I mean, you can have early access and those kinds of stuff. So yeah, but I mean, you guys, hope you'll join our community, and then we can just make change, have impact as we all grow. So yeah, done.
All right. I'll try out this one. So I mean, what I just demoed in the past, part was, that was TD or that party tool. But as Joseph has said, we are also trying to, actually not trying, but we are building something amazing, for the Kenyan businesses. And basically, it's an all-in-one social media, digital marketing platform, whereby they'll be able to utilize AI to create your content, edit, and now be able to take it out there on the social media platforms, and also be able to get reports and all that. Of course, we've leveraged AI in all these, even how we've developed the platform. So I'll be able to let me just showcase one part of it. That is utilizing like a chat agent, an AI powered chat agent for you to publish a social media post. Then, of course, a lot of the demos, the releases will be coming your way through the community. So let me share my screen for a quick walkthrough. So, I hope you can see my screen. Yeah, this is an exclusive demo, which I mean, no other players in it. Yeah, but for this session, it's so good to share, to just show you what is coming your way very soon. Yeah, so I just walked you through the AI guided publishing process. Normally, we are used to going maybe to Facebook. You type in your post, you add your image, um, then go all the way to maybe scheduling or publishing it to the channel. Um, so same case with any other channel, you're used to just the normal way of typing in and going all the way to posting, walking through the steps. But what we are bringing to you will be, I mean, a more a tool, a platform which will make it everything easy for you, and also make sure that you really don't have to jungle a lot of I mean devices, tabs, and going to trying to just post a simple social media post. Of course, even creating the content, the images themselves, the videos, getting the reports for how your digital marketing strategy is working. So from this dashboard, basically just to show you how it works and just see the results. If I land here, I'm able to first get a greeting. Good evening, Duncan. I'm ready to get you started. So if I click on start, I'm prompted to publish a social media to post for Facebook. So she asked me what kind of that I'd like to share. So maybe let's say it's a good evening post, and then I press enter. The next prompt is for me to upload an image or even a video if it's there. So let me click just for this particular instance, and then from there, if I choose to upload the image, get it to the goes to my local storage. Then once I'm done, I tap on done. Then next, I'll be able to get a prompt now to select which channel do I want to share this particular post to. So what happens is that you've already done the what we call the addition of the channels to this particular to your workspace. So it gets all the channels which are connected to your workspace, and then from there you're able to choose the one which you like to post to. So I can choose the first one. Then you can see I'm able to get a preview of my post. Then I just go ahead to either, of course, I want to publish, so I click on yes. Then after that, everything else takes place powered by AI, and my post will go to my Facebook page. So once we get the success message, as you can see, success, your post has been published to Facebook. If we go to that page, that particular page, wonderful case, I'll switch my uh, I will switch my screen to that one. So I think I need to share again. So if I go to that particular page, should be able to
We're
see
seeing
that
it.
the post has
Just
been.
remove it.
You can see it.
Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah. So
Okay,
that particular page, yeah. So you can see my post has been done, published by AI to the real Facebook page. So that's just a sneak peek of what all the AI can do. It gets you all the way to you'll be able to publish a post within seconds, and then you're able to just maybe work on other things. So that's just one part of it. Then if I go back to the main, if I go back to that particular, to the dashboard again, just to showcase the other parts. Something like also content creation. I'm able to generate my content there. For this one is more of a a mock-up of what will be happening. But basically, you'll be able to create content for a particular channel and go all the way to publishing. So, like for this scenario, I'm able to, maybe I want to generate a social media post. Then I get a prompt for which platform I want to create a post for. And then let me select Instagram, the post type, depending on the particular platform. Then, of course, be able to set a goal for that particular post. And then, now, of course, whatever company supports, then do you want to like to use an image? If I select yes, of course, AI goes all the way to do an image for me, and then I can generate as many as possible depending on what I want. And then now, once you are satisfied with the output of the post, that's the image and also the caption. AI will go all the way to now maybe prompting you to publish now, or even prompting you to schedule, or even now customizing the post further depending on what you want. So that's just like a sneak peek of what we'll be able to see once we launch the platform officially. Yeah. So more of this we'll be sharing in the community as we continue. But I'm looking forward to showcasing, to showing you more of the amazing features of the platform. Yeah, I think for now, because of time, I think I'll pause there. So Joseph, I think you can.
Thank you, Duncan, for that. So I think so you've seen what we're building, and I think if it's one thing we have to agree in our Kenyan market is that, for me, how I see it is we can export software. We just don't have to only export our coffee and tea. I think that's what, I mean, we are a global country now. Like, the world is basically one country. We can't just have one end of the world. I'm not saying we don't need foreign software and all this, but I think both local and foreign software can exist, but also to quite some good scale. Like, you can influence, through software, you can influence through tech. I think we have to also think building local tech in the sense that we understand our problems deeply, but also we can scale them in a way that we can influence other. I'm not saying we don't consume other solutions. I think they all can coexist. For us, we believe strongly in that. I know it's quite audacious to dream in such a manner, but I think if we can all, exist in community where we appreciate that we can do these things, I think it's possible. Yeah, and that's why we are taking this step to just be in touch with the community and be closer to people, and then we can just build one brick at a time. But anyway, let's have questions. I've seen on the chat. Oh, thank you for kind words. And Ibrahim, I see you're looking for a business partner to build in AI around real estate. Let's have questions, guys. Copywriting is a skill, and yeah, I think that one I agree, but I think it's something designers don't appreciate a lot. They appreciate the tech side more than the copywriting, which the copywriting really gives the design life. Yeah, but it's a skill set on its own. Let's have a few questions. as we conclude. Challenges, anything, or expectations or things you're planning to implement with AI, challenges you could be having. Any questions, any clarification? Let's have that. In the meantime, as Lawrence said, we want to build a community around, these, the value proposition, the things we're building, and the problems we see in the market, and how we can collectively solve them. So, if you don't mind, you can join the WhatsApp group. We're trying to create a community around there. We have a YouTube channel. We do an episode per week. We just do something short, 10 to 15 minutes. We don't do a big one. We can compress very in a short time. Yeah, and looking forward to continue engaging and getting to know you guys. I think at some point we might maybe just create a physical meetup and we get to know each other's businesses and what everybody is doing. But okay, I see there's a question. So Reuke, I like the aspect of exporting software. Fantastic. My business is based on that, promoting Kenyan brands, and it's called Promote. So we can speak. Okay, sure. We should speak more about this. How can businesses use AI to predict performance and results? Also, can we get a copy of the recording? Of course, the recording we will share. So predictive analysis, I would imagine performance is. Yeah, I think in terms of, business intelligence, I think actually like if there's an area that, you could do prescriptive, descriptive very easily even before AI. But I think if it's one area that was struggling is the predictive analysis. How does AI solve that? What do we mean by predictive? For example, I'm doing revenue of 200,000 Kenya shillings a month. Can AI predict how much revenue I can do next month? And in this case, you give it factors involved, like, it understands. So I still believe AI is as good as data you feed it, because even initially, that's how we used to approach predictive analysis, is you have to have data, then it can predict based on your existing data, then what would be the predictive performance. I think now AI can do a better job, but you still have to provide it with the existing data, because even something like why a chatbot now is more useful with the AI is because still AI can now read a web page better. It can read a PDF and just tell you this is exactly what you're looking for without me going to read a knowledge base and all that. So AI has just upgraded automation. So I would still imagine you have to feed your AI, the data, and then it will tell you, it will try to imagine what would happen in future. So you still have to feed it good data and quality data for that matter. What are the main challenges you're facing with AI implementation? How do you measure success when it comes to AI projects? AI implementation in terms of, I think how for us we see it, there are two areas where we are really keen on in terms of AI. How do we build local AI solutions? And number two, still, how do we use other AI in our operations as a business? I think one issue with AI is it's growing, like changing very quickly. So you can't, sometimes you don't even know there's a very good solution that came out. You're not even aware. There are just so many solutions just popping up because AI is just rewriting every other industry in a way. So keeping up with what is happening, I think that's a challenge. In terms of us building, I think AI, of course, it's still not a very mature technology, but I think the impact is very huge. Like even it's not a mature, but even what it can give you with still just the the baby that AI is. I think it's just so much. So like for us, we are now using AI a lot in programming, in writing software again, and we've seen, like exemplary productivity around there. Challenges is you still have to find a way to make it accurate. You have to find a workflow in a way that it gives you your outcomes the way you want them. If you're trying to write code, how does it give you better code? If you're trying, for example, to automate sales, like for example, you've seen how a bot can automate sales. How do you configure it in a way that it takes you from 40% accuracy to around 90% accuracy? I think your critical thinking has to come in, your strategic thinking. You still can't really remove that from the picture. So you still have to understand what are the fine details that move that process optimally. And then you just now delegate some of those things to AI. So you still have to understand your processes deeply. And then you just fine tune it until it can consistently give you consistent results which are accurate. People here using existing AI applications to create their businesses, or are creating our own using AI to have our own. That's a bit. Ibrahim, let me try if I understand what you mean. Yeah, I think Ibrahim is more of, are you guys using AI to, build also solutions? I think he's keen on building applications around AI. So Ibrahim, join the community. Let's chat more. Let's connect. We are aiming to be doing this webinar monthly. At least I think a month we can be able to do that, because also it involves quite a bit of planning and all that. So and I think I'm pretty sure we'll get to connect. We will probably plan a physical business roundtable at some point, and we can get to know each other more and the businesses we are in. In the meantime, let's keep the conversation going. You can shoot us an email. You can chat us on WhatsApp. I'm pretty sure somehow we will get to connect. So yeah, I think we can talk more about that. But at the end of the day, AI should solve a problem. I think it's exciting, but you still have to plug AI to a real problem, which is practical, which is urgent for people, that people urgently want it solved, because that's the only way you get to for people to be compelled to buy it. Otherwise, you will just have a toy. AI is a toy. I don't think you really want it to just be another toy. Does the group have a listing of recommendations on AI software as different business productivity tools? I'm sorry, this was already covered. I don't think it was covered extensively. I think the biggest issue, and as I've said, there are so many tools, but taking time to discover the good ones that are accurate, that can fit in your workflow. I think that's like, for example, Tidio has this workflow. It's really good workflow. You can, if you implement it very well, you can see it. But I mean, there is a lot of chatbots. So how do you know whether you use Tidio or Intercom, or there's all these? And number two, they are priced differently. How you still need a tool that fits your budget. I don't think there's anybody with an infinite budget. So I think those nuances come in, and I think doing the homework is actually a part of what we do is we consult. We just help businesses get the right tool, help them implement it, and all that. Like, we do that for businesses. So I think maybe just taking an AI readiness assessment test. I think we will send that after the webinar, and then we can just help you assess where you are in terms of, and probably what you need. We will send that, and then it can just help you know where you are and probably what you need moving forward and the areas to forward. Because at the end of the day, also, you need to start applying AI to the most, I think, urgent things, maybe things that take a lot of your budget, and then you've been wondering, how do I bring this down? What can how can I make this more affordable for me, but without, compromising the outcomes, and those kinds of conversations, I think. Sandra, I say, I know of platforms like Make.co that are used to build AI agents. Yeah, I've seen a lot of hype around N8N. And I mean, I was just to give my honest, I'm not saying it's a bad solution, it's really good. But one, I see it adding like for us, we big on you should build software that if I didn't have any knowledge on how to use that software, I should get started immediately. So I know you can build any other use case like N8N provides, you can just plug in hooks and you get whichever process. And I know that probably would require a bit of technical know-how, means you have to get somebody else to set up your N8N. If you're technical, I mean, you take you maybe a few hours to get started, but you're looking at maybe not a local setup. A lot of businesses don't have that. Like you can imagine, people are already struggling to use SaaS, which was, more very friendly interfaces. And for me, what I would envision is everything moving towards chat, where I can chat an application what I want, and then it can do the heavy lifting in the background without me doing anything. I just need to configure very basic stuff. I feel like that's where, okay, just to use this word, democratize. I think technology should democratize to a point where it's just human language. I don't need to do anything technical. I think Make is a good one. It's quite user friendly. Yeah, but in it, you have maybe to get somebody who's a bit technical to set it up for you. I'm not saying it's a bad solution. I think it's really a good solution. But eventually, I think you have to build use cases which are very specific. If I am in logistics, then my workflow is very custom. And maybe I want to automate a workflow. How do I do that? I mean, if it's CRM, I would need, maybe I'm using a diff. I'm not using Zoho. I'm not using, I'm using maybe a whatever. Like, so you have to, again, it has to fit into your workflow. If it works, well and good. But there's a lot of these tools. They just have to fit in your case and solve a problem. Ibrahim, who knows more about AI voice agents and creating them for businesses in Kenya. I think AI voice, one use case which I feel like it's very applicable, I think it's customer service. Because you see, customer service generally it's a voice-facing solution, even with call centers and all that. I think that's where we have applications that are already can do that very well. Again, I find applications that are very use case oriented to be more, you'll get more outcome rather than trying to reinvent the wheel. So, and I think voice is still coming up. I think we are still used to UIs, but I think voice will be a thing even in the mainstream software over time. So it's a growing area. Any question I've left? Dan, can you see any question I haven't answered?
Of course, I think you
Yeah, I think we can adjourn there. I don't see further questions. I hope I have answered conclusively. And let's join the community. Let's keep the conversation rolling. And we will definitely be engaging further from here. Thank you so much for creating time from your busy schedules. We highly appreciate that. And yeah, I believe we have what it takes to make change in our capacity, whether it's business owners or as our jobs, wherever we're working. But I think the beauty is, I think we are alive to see such a powerful technology, just come up and start seeing how impactful it is. And I think it's a beautiful thing. We have stories when computers first came and all that. I think now it's our time to see how we can ride on these. I mean, and there is wealth to be made. I think that's it. We have to see how can we create wealth for our country, for our communities, in this process. So yeah, I think for me that's what I envision for Kenya and Africa especially. We have to ride the wave and and build wealth, because that's the only way we can be a sustainable community. So thank you so much. Joseph Muchoki is my name, founder of Ndovu Cloud, and let's keep the conversation rolling. Bye-bye, guys.